Hello and welcome to another tip video for the Cambridge English exams. And in this video I'm going to share 3 vocabulary tips for the speaking paper of the Cambridge exams. And these tips are good for the B2 first, the C1 advanced and the C2 proficiency. Now, in other videos I've made, I've given some specific vocabulary for each part of the exam. But in this video, I'm going to give more general tips on the type of vocabulary you can use to get the highest score possible. So my first tip is to learn 10 impressive adjectives. Now, depending on your level, you should have quite a good range of adjectives already, especially the proficiency and advanced levels. But it's always good to learn 10 extra adjectives. Let me give you an example of how effective it can be. Imagine the first question in the first part of the speaking is, where are you from? And you say, well, I'm from a nice village in the country. Okay, that's fine, a nice village. But can you use a better adjective than that? For a B2 level, for example, you could use pretty. I come from a pretty village in the country. An advanced level, you could say charming, a charming village in the country. That's a nice word, that's more impressive. And for a proficiency level, maybe quaint. I come from a quaint village in the country. But let's think, why not use the proficiency level if you're at B2? Why not use the most impressive vocabulary? Pretty for B2 is okay, but now you know quaint. Quaint is a very impressive adjective to use in this situation. So if you learn those types of adjectives, really demonstrate a good level. I'm going to put on the screen now a list of extreme adjectives that I made, which is from a video I made a few months ago where I give lots of examples of extreme adjectives which can really help to express what you want to say. So pause the video and have a look at those and choose the one that you think could help you and that you think you have a good chance of remembering. My second tip today is to learn and get familiar with a lot of linking words. Now, linking words are words that help to connect sentences or ideas. So words like however, nevertheless, although, even though, in spite of, despite, instead of, furthermore, on the other hand, such as. So these are all very useful words and expressions, whatever the question may be. If you're talking about the environment, about work, about sports, you can use this vocabulary, again, to really demonstrate a high level. With many of these words and expressions, it's very important to understand the grammar and the structure that goes around these words. So, for example, with in spite of, if it's followed by a verb, it must be in the gerund form. So it's not just about learning the vocabulary, you have to learn the grammar structures. But really, whether you're B2, C1 or C2, you should have studied this before, so it will be revision. And my third and final tip for today is to learn some expressions that help give yourself some time to think. Many people, when they're asked a question, for example, why are you studying English? They will need a few seconds to formulate an answer. And they will fill that silence with and that doesn't really demonstrate a confident and fluent level of English. So if you can learn some expressions to fill that silence with words, not with sounds, it will really benefit you. So for example, you can say, okay, let me see, or right, so, or that's a good question. Or simply, well, so it may just be very short, but it's better than, you understand what I mean. Another option is just to repeat the question. So if the examiner says, why are you studying English? You say, oh, why am I studying English? Now let me see. So yeah, just to give yourself a little bit more time to think. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. Hit the subscribe button if you did, because I'm going to continue making videos on the Cambridge exams. And I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye.